Yo, what is up? So in this video, I'm just gonna show you a few different ways of doing preset colors. I've had a few complaints about having having to make a bunch of different duplicate materials. So I'm gonna show you a few options you could do instead of doing it the way we're doing. I'm gonna keep doing it the way I'm doing it, but I'm gonna show you some other things you could do. So instead of, setting these materials here, what you could do is let's see, you would want to, after you set your skin variable, the first option I'm going to show you is something that's pretty similar to our update selected color. So I'm just going to copy this HSV to RGB and set a vector parameter value. And what you would want to do is on the on clicked for a button, I'm going to paste these in. So what you would want to do is, let me actually just disconnect this so I can kind of give an example. I'm going to pull this guy up here. So you would do this. Your H is basically your color. Your S is your saturation. Your value is your value. So something we could just test real quick to kind of see what these values are ranging in between. So we're going to get our saturation and value and our color picker slider here. And at the end here, we're just going to print string. And I'm going to print 3 strings here. And grab a sequence. Hook all of these in. And what we're going to print is the value we're getting from this right here. We'll hook that into the first one. Hook this one into the second one. And then hook this into the third one. And let's see what those values are when we go over the color picker. So you'll see they range from anywhere between, looks like the slider and value bar are between 0 and 1, and the color picker ranges anywhere from 0 to 360. So let's just try that real quick. So let's go back to the event graph and let's try putting, let's try disconnecting that and setting this to like 3, let's say 130, and keep those at what they are. And let's see. Oh, we have to so because we have that switch, let's just change our main material to use the switch real quick. That way we can actually see what we're doing. So just go to your third person, blueprints, open this main material here, and we're going to use color picker just for now. Then we'll turn that off here in a bit. So it's that right now. But if you click it, you see we get this value. And it changes it to that color. And just so you don't get confused about what in the world is going on here, let me change the color picker color. Let me find our parameter. Material, color picker M. Not the M. We're gonna go into the MP color picker. Let me just change this to like a white, like that. And you can see when you click on the button, it sets it to this color, and that's only being set by the values that you put in this. So you could, cut out all of these materials and just use the vector parameter color picker thing that we're using. And someone also mentioned that you couldn't use this in a save system and, you know, choose this, and you definitely could. All you gotta do is split this struct pin, and then what you would do is go into your components, custom character component. We're gonna add 4 floats here. So just add 4 variables. Float, 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 and float. And what are they called? Let's see. R, G, B, and A. So you would just call this R, G, B, and A. Compile like that. Let's go into the main menu. Then what you would want to do before you set this, or after, it doesn't really matter, before or after. So let's see. Let's get our player ref. Get player ref and split this as well. And we're gonna get our custom character CP like that. We're gonna get our R. So find your R. You're gonna set your R. So off of the on clicked, you would set your R to your R here. And then set your G. Let's see, set G to this. And then set your B. Oh, you gotta plug in your G there. Set B. Like that. Plug your B in. And then set A. Oh, we're pulling out the wrong thing. Set A. Like that. Plug it in. Then you would plug this in. And then you would plug all of these results into this. And then, basically the way it would work, oh yeah, let's plug in our A here, is whenever you choose a color, it's setting these variables to these values. Then those values are setting the vector parameter. So basically the way it's going to work is once you save these values and once we set up our code in here that's resetting our player, we're basically going to refire off this same code right here. Whenever we change levels, we're going to be firing that same code off in here. So you can definitely save this stuff and use your color picker values, because that's exactly what we're going to do on our color picker that we have right now. That's the way we're going to do it. So that's one way you could do it, and then you could set different values that you want for for your preset colors. I still think it's pretty tedious. You don't have to make a million material instances that way, but that is one way you could do it. Another way that I'm going to show you that you could do it is, let's just delete this right here. This one you're going to have less control with, but it is another way you could do it. Let's go into our third person blueprints. Open our material here. Let's actually open our let's open this guy back up. We're gonna turn off use color picker, and we're gonna open the parent of this, and then open the parent of this. And what you could do is you could add a vector parameter up here, call it color. And we're just going to set this to a white color right now. get a multiply, add that in, multiply it with your base color, add this into the A, then apply that and save. And then you could, in the main menu, you could get your player ref, get whatever material you're trying to set. So right now we're on the torso, so let's get our torso. Get torso, set vector parameter value on material. You would get your parameter name, which we named it color, so call this color. And then in here you would, you could split this or just leave it the way it is, and you could just set different values in here, but you're gonna have less control over it because you're not gonna have the saturation and value sliders. This is just gonna change the color. And then when you click that, it'll change the color. So that's another way you could do it. And then you would same thing, you would basically want to go in your custom character and have your we'll just use these for now and get rid of the alpha here, because these are, I'm not sure which values these control, but I'm gonna assume this is R, G, and B maybe. And then what you would do is get your custom character, and then get your, you would set your R, or set R, and plug this in, and you would want to set the value right here on your on clicked. You would come in and set whatever value you're trying to do, and then plug it into here, and then based on what value is saved here, that's how it would work in the save system, and then it would set the vector parameter value that way. So like I said, it's still tedious, but that is another way you could do it. So let me just do that real quick. Click, and it sets the value. I don't know what value we had in there before, but that's another way you could do it. And yeah, if I think of any other ways, I'll make another video. But just to show you some other options, those are some other options. I'm gonna keep doing it this way. I like doing it this way. But if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way. Yeah, we're gonna call it here for this one. In the next one, we've got some bug fixes we need to do. So yeah, in the next one, we're gonna we've got some things we need to change with our on clicks here. And yeah, so we're gonna call it here. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know those down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.